I don't believe you.
Damn it. Run.
What?
I'm on right now. I'm on right now.
I don't believe you.
Damn it. Run.
What?
What is going on, everyone? Bam! Welcome to the Ominous the Ominous Show, where we talk about comics, gate stuff, comic stuff, pop culture stuff, and anything that tickles our fancy around here. We talk about a lot of crazy stuff. And today we're going to jump a lot more than the comic stuff, and I hope you guys bear with me and have patience for that, because I know we're all about the comics, but there's just some things that just transcend, just some things that we just cannot ignore. And today is one of those occasions. And yes, so welcome to the show. And my name is Elliot Rodriguez. You can see my name right here. And I am the creator of Ominus. I am also a comic book artist, a Comicsgate artist. I like to draw a lot of cool shit for Comicsgate. And I am based in South America, in Lima, Peru, which means that I'm reporting to you live from South America and Peru. Yes, I'm not in the States. I'm in Peru. My Christmas tree is here. I put this up last week. 2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah, so we're in the Christmas spirits. We're ready to wrap the year up. This is my penultimate show. I have one more show, which is next week, December 18th, and that'll be the end for me for this year. I'll come back in 2026 with more weekly shows and stuff. And man, this is amazing. Big news. Last week, things went crazy on the show last week. We got massive amounts of views, and my last stream is 643 views. It may not be nothing for some of the other channels, but for this show right here, it's a lot. It's big. It's massive. And so much so that I got a bunch of new subscribers. Thank you very much to the people that are following, subscribing to the channel. Thank you for everybody catching this live on YouTube. But yes, it's so much so. I tried something. Let me just interrupt myself. I tried something yesterday. I put out my banner, and in my banner, here at the bottom, and I put a goal to try to take advantage of this deal that was going on with StreamYard. They were offering half off. It was like a Cyber Monday, Black Friday type thing where they were offering the package thing half off. And my great friend, I'm trying to do this right. Crap. My great friend, ultimately. I'm trying to bring this up on. Just give me a second. My friend, how many times am I going to say friend? My friend, the Koala King himself, Liam, he made a big donation to the channel, and I was able, with his donation, largely due to his donation, I was able to get the StreamYard thing. So that means we got some changes for the channel. Changes like what? Check this out. I'm gonna do this little by little so you guys can appreciate what the hell we're doing now. So let me see if I can, like, for example, the intro, the transition was nice. I don't know if you see this funky thing right here. Goodbye. Bam! Look at that. And then I'm gonna take myself out for a little bit. Can I do that? Can I take myself out and still keep talking? I don't know. Can you guys hear me? Bam! Oh, look at that. I got my nice little background. Yeah, so there's renovations afoot at the Ominous Show. So awesome stuff, man. So yeah, it's got the new show smell still. No, so I'm excited about that. Plus, I get all my videos back. I had a bunch of videos that I couldn't show off earlier, like this one.
I don't believe you.
Damn it. Run.
What?
And this one.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for that. But so hopefully the show will be much more entertaining than past editions. Hopefully, if not, then I have to just keep trying. So keep trying to put on a good show. So yeah, also looking at the numbers, it's clearly evident that the people love drama. The people love drama. They love talking about who said what and what said this and this. They love it. They love it. People love it. And so you can't fault a guy for trying to, dip my toes into that so I can try to get some views, get some people, some engagement. Because ultimately, what I'm trying to do is build a platform here so that when I do have guests, there's people in the chat to watch. So logic behind it. I'm not trying to I don't know, like unnecessarily engage in drama, if that's what the people like to think. I really don't know, but that's not what I'm trying to do. But I am trying to like get more people to see to tune in. So that's ultimately what we want. So I want to say hi to the people in the chat. We got Pickle Rick. No wait, we got Ghost of Palomino saying Pickle Rick. I'm slow. We got Scribe. What's going on, man? We got Bass Ramen. What's going on? Great to see you. Mr. Carlos was great. It's good to see you, man. Let's do it live. We got Rash. That's a harsh rash. Sounds like it's picking up the wrong mic. Shit. Thought I had my. Thank you very much for letting me know. Jeez. Fuck. Thank you very much for letting me know, man. Fuck. Sounds like you're talking into. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Nice. I apologize for that. Yeah, King Leem looking out for his peoples. That's 100%, man. Hail, alien chat got stuck talking to my court. No worries at all. Dumb question, but are you coming through the? Yeah. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. Thank you very much. Yeah, there we go. At last, free at last. All right, good. So yeah, let's get into it. We got a new show. The show. We got a lot of things to talk about. A lot of things that have tickled my fancy. In the last couple of days on the internet, just craziness. And I have seriously don't know where to start because there's so much crap going on. I guess I could start with this. Showing this off. I don't know if you guys have tuned in or not, but recently 50 Cent, along with his people, have released this documentary called Sean Combs: The Reckoning, which talks about Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, P Diddy, whatever you want to call them. There's so many Diddy, so many names over the years. It's been annoying trying to keep up with all that stuff, but yeah, they put out this documentary, talks about his life, his everything from when he was coming up into the whole game of doing music, all the way until this recent arrest and all this other stuff, and lots of baby oil, man. It was crazy what he was doing with the baby oil thing, but yeah, it was yeah. So they put out that documentary, and the internet has been ablaze, talking about everything related to Puff Daddy, and I gotta let you guys know, I'm a hip hop head. I've been listening to hip hop since I can remember. I mean, I grew up in the early '90s in New Jersey, which is right there next to New York, and so like the sounds that I had all around me was hip hop. I listened to Nas, Biggie, Rakim, all these artists early on, way back in the day, and so that was the influence that I grew up with, and I was around that. So I love hip hop, and I will always love hip hop. But damn it, if things haven't like completely gone to shit, if I can say that, excuse my language, because. There was an image, an idea that was given to us youth with hip hop, that hip hop was hardcore, it was gangster, it was this, it was that. The years pass, and then you start realizing that some of these guys who you thought were gangsters are actually gay, and they're actually doing all kinds of demented, twisted stuff. Not any offense to the gay people out there watching. I'm just saying, like, it's not the message that was given back in the day. So, and so, like, I'm coming up, learning that this with that rapper, and that rapper was doing that with this other rapper, and that the majority of rappers have this tendency to do this and to do that. And I was like, man, this is insane. And so, and for example, like Lil Wayne kissing Baby, that was the situation. I was like, why are they kissing?
Then I found out about Meek Mill and then him and his relationship with Puff Daddy. I was like, why is Puff doing this? And then this other situation where Puff Daddy got this habit of like buying and like grooming, I guess you could say, his rappers. That's not what we grew up on. Or like, at least I did. That's not what I grew up on. So like seeing that, I was like, fuck. Like the state of hip hop in terms of that is in my opinion is. Wait, hold on. I need to stop doing that. I got check it out. The state of hip hop in terms of that is. You guys hear that? I'm enjoying all these little buttons I got now. And so yeah, it's been crazy. And yeah, I grew up in the whole East Coast, West Coast thing. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna front. My whole entire life, I was always East Coast. I lived in Jersey, I lived in New York, I lived close to New York. And so my whole life was that. Like, I mean, in the whole East Coast, West Coast thing, I was repping Bad Boy for life. Despite the fact that Tupac has an Incan name, no, Tupac Amaru Shakur, that's not black, that's not African, that's from the Incas, that's Peruvian, that's a Peruvian name. Tupac is a Peruvian name. So despite that, I was always for Bad Boy, Biggie, and they had an impressive roster. The Lox, Mace, Puff Daddy, no, not Puff Daddy, Biggie, Total. They had everybody. They had Mary J. Blige. They had Mary J. Blige on there. They had Faith. They had everything. They had hardcore hip hop. They had R&B. They had everything on lock. And so I was enjoying that. So and then obviously everybody knows. Biggie died in '97. Tupac died in '96, 6 months earlier. And so that's how the whole East Coast West Coast thing ended. And so I'm just trying to give you guys some backstory. So we have all this situation, and ever since the death of Biggie and the death of Tupac, there has been countless documentaries, countless interviews, countless information out there saying who killed Biggie, who killed Puffy, who killed Pac, who killed all these people. And in the street, just people talking in the street, there's all kinds of rumors, people saying this, people saying that. It could have been this, it could have been that. And I grew up with this assumption of how things went. Like, I grew up thinking like, okay, so this is what happened. This is most likely what happened. And then, this is ultimately, what could have been the thing. But then I come to realize that some of the things that I thought were not, or could not, or may not be exactly as I thought they would, as I thought they had played out. So I came into this documentary like a little bit, what's the word? I don't know. Like I wasn't like, oh, I want to find out. No, like, because I knew a bunch of the things that they were going to talk on. So this is more like, I want to see what they're going to say this time. No, because I've seen a bunch of documentaries. So I was like, what did they got to say now? What new evidence could there possibly be? Because it's been so many years and nobody's been arrested. So what new information could they have? And yeah, me personally, the second episode was the one that really like grabbed my attention, though. Because the third and the fourth, I really didn't see. Like, I stopped paying attention to Puff Daddy like around 2003 with the whole Shine incident. Like, that's when I stopped like messing with. I knew he did Making the Band, that type thing, and then he went on MTV and did his shows and stuff like that. But I never really continued keeping up with him like that. Look, for me, it was always Biggie, Mace, Shine. The Lox. That was pretty much all who I listened to back in the day. And so so when they were out of the picture, I was like, no, I don't really give a shit about Puffy, because his rhymes were whack. Many people knew that people ghost wrote his rhymes, and so we knew that. So he's not someone to really expect some ill rhymes from that. So that whole thing was going on. So I was watching the documentary, and I liked it. I liked everything from the beginning. There's a lot of things in his early life that I had not known about. I didn't know about the City College basketball thing. That was before I jumped into hip hop, and I had no idea that happened. That was a thing. And I didn't know that he had this habit. And I didn't even pay attention to that as a kid. No, I was a kid back then. No. I didn't really know that Puff Daddy had this habit. I promise this isn't going to be all hip hop. I'm sorry because I just had to talk about this because the internet aftermath of all this has been insane. But I was like, really, I didn't know all this stuff, and the internet is a crazy place, man. Like, you give people a microphone, like in my case, no, and people just talk. And then that's something also that I want to point out is that people talk, just for the sake of talking, because they can talk. And then also when people talk, they also have this habit of exaggerating things. No, so hold on. Let me show this picture here. Because people exclusive. No, it's like, oh, where did you hear that? Oh, I heard that from my boy Gene. My boy Gene, he was the one saying all this other stuff. And so everybody wants to see what he got to say. And so he tells his story in his own way. And it's like, oh, so people exaggerate. They throw in that extra stank on it, so that people can be like, oh man, what did he say? I didn't know he said that. And so, for example, here you got pictures of Puff Daddy, P Diddy, whatever. He hooked up with Eric Sermon's ex, Tupac's ex, I think, also Suge Knight's ex. That boy crazy. He hooked up with all kinds of exes. Tupac also hooked up with Puffy's ex also. Man, I didn't know any of that shit. Like, I had no idea. I mean, that's messed up, man. That's messed up because, I mean, take a look at this. I'll take a look at this. That's messed up because, I mean, you don't go after somebody's girl like that. No? Like if I'm friends with Ghost of Palomino right here, I'm not going to go after his girl. I mean, or if he's, he's not going to go after my girl like that. Oh, wait. My wife, if she's in the chat, she might say something different to that. But yeah, Scribe, yeah, all them dudes are gay. Yeah, I had no idea. That's how things rolled in hip hop. It's like, oh man, I don't want to be no rapper no more. Fuck this shit. I don't want to be no rapper. Yeah, man. Based on ring that bell and hit the like button, please, folks. Hit the like button. Yeah. Also, I'm streaming on YouTube and also on X. So if anyone's tuning in from X, please let me know in the chat. And thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully I don't make a fool of myself, but if I did, let me know, please. What's up, Subjugate Comics? Good to see you, man. Troubled Youth. Yes, Professor X, Republic Enemy, called it out 20 years ago. Said they were all gay. Yeah, I didn't catch on to that. But yeah, there's a bunch of people out there, and they're like, and you hear these things from like records from back in the day, and then you don't pay no attention to it. But now that all this stuff is coming out, you're like, oh, wait. So in that record, when he said that, and I'm having that reaction all the freaking time. And I was like, man, I can't. And it was funny because when I was a little kid, like I had to defend hip hop to my parents. Like, why are you listening to that shit? You shouldn't be listening to that shit. And I was like, no, but hip hop is cool. It's not just about this and that. It's also talking about the streets and talking about this and talking about that. I can't defend hip hop no more. Fuck this shit. I'm not defending this. I understand completely when John Millen says it's gutter culture because I understand it. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. Like, I mean, anybody from the outside looking in, you look at the state of hip hop, it's like, fuck. Like, what's this boy, Lil Nas X? Come on. Fucking they. These are not the rappers I grew up with, man. So, so it's crazy. And Go says they hear the sound of the police, but busting the private. It's so confusing. It's so confusing. What's up, Ghetto Robo Shin One? What's up, man? Money changes people, man. What more can I say? Yeah, yo, yeah, man. It's crazy, man. Yo, man, you guys don't even know about me, man. I got this background that wouldn't start changing. Styles P, yeah, AZ wrote a lot of this stuff. Yeah, man. He says I'm too white to pretend I understand rapping if the rhymes are good or not. No, don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to bore people out, but I just wanted to comment because the backlash. We're going to get to the backlash in just a second because this has been hilarious. Yeah, that was around there too. When he went to jail, people were saying that while he was in jail, people were messing with him too. It was a flamer also. Yeah, I definitely agree. Theater Kid, 100%. You take a look. Here's one thing. Here's one thing. Tupac never had any kind of criminal background until he became a rapper. Before that, he had a great life. No, and you take a look at this stuff. He went, I forgot the name of that school for theater and for acting and for all this kind of thing. So there's this possibility that he put on the whole front. He put on a show, a facade like this. I'm trying to be part of this hip hop thing. I'm going to play the part. Like, he probably did that. Who knows? No, but yeah, I heard that shit too. That Tupac was. I was like, man, not my boy Tupac. I heard shit about Biggie too, man. I was like, oh man, I hope they didn't get my boy Biggie. Just in case if anybody don't know out there, my number one favorite rapper of all time is Notorious B.I.G. I was Bad Boy for Life, and Biggie was my man. I still jam his stuff all the time. His music is the best. I would love to debate someone, because there's people out there that might like Tupac over Biggie, but I can debate to you and I can tell you with facts and rhymes and shit like why Biggie is better than Pac. Because they always had that argument back in the day. Know who's Biggie, Pac, or Biggie? But yeah, and I remember a Boondocks episode of rappers being yeah, man. Tribe Called Quest, yeah, man. Redman, yeah, man. Redman, Method Man, the good stuff, man. Did you guys see that Red Bull stuff? I just found out about the Red Bull thing. They spent some good stuff on it, man. Good stuff. So they did this whole documentary, and then people have had mixed reactions to the documentary, and it has been blowing up my mind because it's something that I had not expected, that people would be angry at 50 for putting this stuff out there, man. So, but yeah, so let's take a look at some of the reactions. Let me see if I can get back to some of the early reactions. Yeah, because there are people saying that I'm mad at 50 because 50 put this documentary out. Let's see if I can pick out the clip. I can pick out if I got my bookmarks ready. I never have my bookmarks ready, man. It's gonna cost me viewers. Guys, hold on. Don't leave. There's that part. I guess we can listen to this because this is oh wait. Hey, look at this nonsense. Just to go into that whole gay thing, man. Look at this nonsense.
You have the party, so he'll ask you. Oh, he'll ask you to play the clip, man. Yeah, play the clip. Go ahead.
Why won't you party?
And he 50 came up here and he was giving you flack for the asking Fab the party. So he'll ask you. Oh, he'll ask you to play the clip, man. Yeah, play the clip. Go ahead.
Why won't you party with me for your birthday?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying?
I asked 50 about that, and he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy.
Yo, why are you and Fib just?
Hey yo,
why y'all not?
Hey yo, I don't have no beef with
I don't know why.
With Fib. He loves me. He loves me.
You can't see it. I mean, y'all can't see it. We can't see
Y'all
it.
can't see that he loves me.
But see,
You really hold on. You really think that's hate? When you really break it down, you've been out here a long time. You know he loves me.
I don't think he like it.
You know he loves me.
I don't think.
Okay.
But why? But why not? Y'all both.
I say things to the borderline like, oh my God, you're in trouble.
You got
Come on,
close
think-
when he offered to take you shopping.
Yeah,
That-
see, Amika's in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. This is not
Holy
Photoshop.
shit.
This is really happening. Well, obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. This is what I'm saying, bro.
When he said the shopping line in real life, what did you say?
He was like, yo, you hot now. Now we gotta hang out. You take you shopping and I get you some flash. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm gonna mess up the wedding.
It was someone's wedding.
It was Chris Lighty's wedding. Nori's there. Nori knows this because I looked at him like, yo. You heard what he just said, right? Certain things they let it go by because it's Puff. It's like he wasn't like in the closet, he was like in the hallway.
No, it was in the hallway. We saw the video.
Yeah,
We saw that video.
He comes out later, you're like, that's not the closet, that's the hallway. He didn't give a fuck.
He went in the hallway, man. He's way out there. Man, but you can see that situation, man. That's a mess, yo. That's I'm gonna get away from that. Man, where is this stuff? I can't find this stuff. Yeah, okay. So here we got here. This video just highlights like the divide that this thing has caused. It's been really crazy hearing some of these arguments. Let's check this out. Oh, come on, play it.
50 and Puff have a long term. It's between him and Puff. And before it's between him and Puff, it's between both of them and God. Just the way Puff is down on his luck and 50's kicking a man when he's down.
God is going to.
If 50 ever luck turn up on 50, you got to be careful what you put out. There's a karma to every action that you do.
Think we'll see that day?
Huh?
You think we'll see that day?
I don't think 50 does dumb stuff. You know, he's very smart, you know, in terms of his business.
Now, in Marlon Wayans' defense, he wasn't necessarily commenting about stupid thing. I can't figure this out. He wasn't necessarily just openly commenting about it. He was on the TV show, on a radio show called The Breakfast Club, and he was talking about. They were asking him questions about the documentary, and he gave his opinion. So I mean, from that angle, you know, it's from that angle, it's you can't really blame him for his comments. He didn't just come out there shooting, taking shots at 50. No, it was all just him answering a question about the documentary. So let's continue.
I think he already had his.
I think we already would have saw it.
He got shot 9 times. He got his. He paid his debt early, so that's why he's like F it. But look, this is between him and Puff, and honestly, it's between both of them and God.
Yeah.
So only God can judge, and both of them people have time to sit with God and talk about and through everything. And right now is Puff's time to sit there and have a conversation, a much needed conversation with God. 50 and Puff have a long term beef. It's personal. It's between.
Yeah. So, and so people are saying, that 50 is. I'm assuming that the word is Uncle Tom. That he's destroying hip hop culture, attacking Puff Daddy, attacking all these other people, and that's insane. That's insane, and that's something that I have always had issues with the black community, I guess you can say. No offense to anybody out there, though, but it's just that they seem to be so close-minded and willing to just look away from nasty stuff as long as they get to continue propping up these idols, within the black community. It's like people are mad that they're tearing down Puff Daddy, from being one of those idols, because he was always like you see him, and then people always use this word black excellence. So I mean, it's sad to see that black people or some black people know that they think that, why are you tearing down our idols? Puff Daddy did a lot for the culture, for the hip hop community. Yeah, and then they say things like that, and they completely have disregard to all the nasty, shady shit that they've been doing behind the scenes. And so, that's always something that I've never felt 100% with the black community, because I've heard many people have those kinds of ideas and comments about that stuff, and it's like, nah, man, but it's and just trying to brush things off when it shouldn't be like that. No, we should. I applaud what 50's doing. I don't consider 50 also like a hero or a savior or anything, because for example, Puff Daddy, he's got things in his closet. Jay-Z's got things in his closet. Who else do we here? No, no, there's a bunch of a bunch of these southern rappers also know. Dr. Dre has shit in his closet also, so there's everybody's got stuff to hide. And so I mean, if 50 were a savior, that he would go around shining a light to everybody, but he clearly has a vendetta or a vengeance with Puffy. I mean, just to go at him versus not anyone else. No, so there's something there. No, so, I mean, and then it's understood if you take a look on the internet, you can see that 50's got beef with Puff Daddy because of this whole buying clothes situation. Also because I don't know if 50 was with Puffy's ex or Puffy was with 50's ex, but there's some kind of like there's some kind of like mix, like, you know, ex-wives. I don't know. There's some crossover there. Yeah, in essence, yeah, definitely. No, and so and then and then to find out that everybody's gay at hip hop, it's like, wait, what? Yeah, definitely, no, definitely, exactly. No, so yeah, so I mean, if these people got things that need to be revealed and discovered, then discover it. No, we should not be idolizing people that don't deserve it. No, we should focus, you know, or the community should focus within hip hop should focus on people that actually do right by the culture. Also, and I don't want to name any names because I could probably say some names, and then 5-10 years from now we find out some shady shit about them. So I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut. No, but yeah. So now because of that, 50 took slight to his comments. Now 50 and Marlon Wayans, they're going back and forth on Instagram. And dissing each other, and look at this stuff, man. Yeah, that Marlon, like, people were saying, like, why is Marlon Wayans sticking up for Puff Daddy? Because it seems like that. No, it seems like Marlon Wayans is like sticking up for Puff Daddy. He's like, hey, 50, why are you messing with Puff Daddy? And so, and then everybody's like, hey, why is he defending Puff Daddy? And then Marlon, you know, I'm gonna show you a clip in a minute, but that's supposedly wasn't his intention. But then 50's going at him right now. Here it says, I don't frequent those types of parties, and even if I go and then here's a clip from his own ex. Hold on, let me find this because I'm pretty sure I got this. What's his name? Marlon Wayans says that he's never gone to these parties, but then you find this. You know, he outs himself. You know, he says, been doing Diddy parties for 15 years, and I must say you never let me down, Puff. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Good times, people. This was 2009, September 2009. And this is a tweet. I even got a bookmark here. This is not it's not a screenshot. This is a real tweet. Also, by his own admission, he's gone to these parties. And so, what the hell? Yeah, and I heard that shit too. No, Marlon is also gay. I heard that too. No, so everybody, man. Everybody. And so yeah, so they're going at it. And let's see what else I got for you guys. And then Ja Rule is getting into it. Let's see if I can find some other funny stuff. Marlon Wayne is getting back at 50 with this pic. You know, Marlon Wayans and an AI photo of this. Yeah. Just for the record, bro, let's correct the narratives, Curtis. Rub-a-dub-dub, stop. So this is a pic that Marlon put on his Instagram account. Homies be sodomites. Hell yeah, man. What's up, Katie D? What's going on? Good to see you. Thank you very much for stopping by. Yeah, please hit the like button. The more likes you give this video, the more this video goes out to everybody. And what's up, Zombie? Yeah, what's going on, everybody? What's up, Draw Zombie? And yeah, so look at this shit. And I thought this was a real pic. I mean, I have no idea if this had happened or not. You know, I don't keep up with these people like that. But yeah, apparently this is an AI photo. And then 50 came back at him with this. Fucking hey. Jeez. Look at this stuff, man. Look at that. Why would you take a picture like that? And then 50 Cent at the bottom says, Diddy got this fool trying to get at me. No AI. That's your vibe, boy. Keep my name out your mouth. Marlon realizing what he's just done to himself. Oh man, it's insane. It's insane. This is not the hip hop I remember as a kid. But man, and so yeah, that's funny, man. They're going at it, and then here's Marlon's reaction since he put out that video. People have been saying, "Oh, why is he defending Puff Daddy? Or what's all this drama stuff?" And then here's the video. Hold on.
Ding Diddy. I am here because I got to make it. All right. So I'm going to make it abundantly clear. I'm not here defend. I am here because I got dragged into this because somebody asked me a question and I had an opinion. Nobody's wrong for giving an opinion about any subject, period. I'm not here defending Diddy. Don't let the narrative fool you or get to you. Once again, somebody's creating narratives. This is my point. So please look at the whole clip that I did and then look what happens with the narrative. And that's what I'm telling you. Y'all people don't be sheep. Use your brain, use your freedom of thought, freedom of speech, and don't ever let nobody bully you. Never. Don't let nobody bully you. You got me? Love. Now back to trolling this troll. All right, so I'm going to make it abundantly clear.
Yeah, so that was him making this case that he's not really defending Puff Daddy. He's just talking about narratives because in the first video he starts mentioning, that that what 50 did was put together a documentary where they speak about things from a certain perspective, and it's designed to make him look bad. Designed to make him look bad, like they're trying to set up a narrative where this is not how it seems, and that anybody has that power. Like anybody can put together a set of clips, put the clips together, have a story behind it, tell a story to it, and then people are likely to believe that story. It all depends on how you package everything together. And I have to admit there is certain truth to that. Like it depending on that's why you have to be very critical about where you're getting your information from. It used to be like you read a headline from CNN, you would that would have that CNN logo on it would carry weight to it. Like, oh, this is from CNN. They're not going to bullshit me with some fake message. But then you find out years later, oh, CNN is completely open to giving out fake news, is what they call it. So now you have to be very careful, very critical about where you get your news from, because if I get, for example, here in CG, for example, you can get our news from Katie. You can get your news from Student of God. They could talk about the exact same topic, but Student of God is going to give his spin on it. Katie's going to give her spin on it. It's only natural to do that and speak to their own prejudices and biases. That's there. It's 100%. It's okay. No problem with that. And that's how the game is. So, and that's the point that he's trying to make here, saying that what 50 did was put together a documentary with the intention of making him look bad. Now, that's one argument, but I mean, I don't know how much of a narrative you're creating by that hallway video of Puff Daddy beating the crap out of that girl. I think that girl's name is Cassie. I mean, how can you spin that? I mean, how can you say, well, that's not really what happened. What really happened was just some things are clearly evident in that video. Like, because I can't think of a single reason to justify a guy hitting a girl, ever, let alone in that manner in that video. And so, I mean, there's no way to say, oh, he's just creating a narrative. No, because just something is just like so abundantly clear that it's not even about that. No, so that's the thing. Like the minute one fake news pops out, everything gets thrown into question because you have no idea if this was true, if that was true. Were you ever really? So you have to be really careful about what you say, what you do, and things like that on especially in the internet. You got to be very careful because the internet is forever. Everything you do is going to get put together is going to stay marked in the history of the internet, and people 20 years from now are going to look back on this stream and see exactly that comment you made. And so if you're not 100% behind that comment or support that comment, I recommend you just not say anything. And Ghost says, no, that Ninja Marlin looks like Will Smith light on the lows. Yeah, man. So crazy stuff. I think just for the people watching that I can only view the comments from YouTube. So if you have any comments you want to make, please hop on over to the YouTube channel. Watch me from YouTube. If not, just continue enjoying. Thank you very much for stopping by. And remember, hit the like button and share the video out. And yeah. So, and getting an idea. Hold on. Just before I get to that, look at this funny shit. This is some funny shit. Here goes. Here's a picture of Puff Daddy on a bicycle, and 50 Cent at the bottom says, "You know there ain't no seat on that bike." Oh man, that's funny. Man, 50 trolling, man. I love 50 trolling, man. It's hilarious. No, there's no seat on that bike. Oh man. And yeah, man. Speaking of hey, we got some more stuff of 50 going at Marlon. Check this out. Look at this. Oh man. Yeah, if I were Marlon, I would just shut up, man, because I don't think he's got. I think Marlon might think, "Oh, I'm a comedian. I can like work my way around this." But man, Marlon's done some things in this past that I would just like, just I just shut up if I were you, man. So let's watch this. It showed. Yeah, man. Yeah, this guy transitioned into a white woman. Hey. So yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just, man, if I were Marlon, I just shut up, man. Take a seat, man. Just take a seat. Just shut up. Shut up. You're gonna make it worse. You're gonna make it worse. Yeah, man. And then I found this today, I think. 50s is going at it still, man.
An area where
I don't know what show this is.
Yeah, well,
Let's listen to
everything
this.
couldn't make the. It was 4 episodes. Yeah, well, everything couldn't make the. It was 4 episodes.
Right.
So it was a lot. You had to pick and choose things. Like even in an area where he chooses to date people who he knows previously dated someone. He has a baby by a woman that was dating Tupac.
Wow.
To add to it, but we had to cut it down so
For time. So are you coming out? I know next year is going to be a number 2. Season 2?
I just put it on YouTube.
I just put it on YouTube. Well, we can subscribe and get it. I love it. And
yeah, well, everything couldn't make it. It was 4 episodes.
Right.
So it was a lot.
Be a number 2. Season 2?
I just put it on YouTube.
Or I just put it on YouTube. Man, he's got more footage that didn't make it to the cut of the documentary, and he's gonna release it. I don't know about you guys, man, but I am not hating to my full potential, and you guys aren't either. You guys need to get in. You guys need to hate like this guy hates, man. I love it. Now, so if you're gonna troll, man, that's the way to do it, man. He needs to get Troll of the Year award. Yeah, man. Somebody give him his his award ASAP. That boy got it. Yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff going out, and then Eddie Murphy jumped into this too, man. Oh man, this is funny. Let's take a look at Eddie Murphy's reaction to it. It's in the thumbnail. I forgot. I was about to not show it. Hold on.
Hey Puff, you watched that Netflix?
All right, fellas.
All right, just one. Hold on. Just was one thing I want to comment on Netflix. Also, there's a documentary of man, I think it's called Be Me or Be Eddie or Eddie, just Eddie, something like that. But it's an Eddie Murphy documentary talking about his career also. And at the beginning of the documentary, he mentions like, no, if I do go back to stand up, I would love to do a bit where it's me and a puppet of Bill Cosby and also a puppet of just have like a conversation, just the three of us, you know, like Jeff Dunham. I don't know if anybody's watched that guy, you know? So do a conversation like that. And then at the end of the documentary, you see that the box comes into his, like he gets a shipment at his house, and then the box comes in. He opens the box, and then you see the puppets. They got made, and so he pulls out the puppet, his Bill Cosby, and then he pulls out the other puppet, his Richard Pryor, and he's having this conversation. It's like this is the funniest thing. I mean, I think he should do that. I think he should go all in with that because it's funny. Like just imagine that conversation that he could have, and he does really good imitations for Bill Cosby and Richard Pryor. So I think that will be funny. And then he I think he was on YouTube or Twitter or I don't know or TikTok. I don't know what social media, but Eddie Murphy posted this. I don't know if these are actual puppets, because if you look at the animation, I think there might be some AI to it. I have no idea, but let's check it out.
50 got a question.
Hey, Puff, you watched that Netflix documentary? Cause, bro, they had you looking like the final boss at Bad Boy Records.
Man, don't start. Even my smart television unplugged itself during that.
Be honest, Puff, how many times you paused it like, dang, did I actually do that?
Pause? Huh? I hit rewind, fast forward, prayed over it. Netflix traumatized me. I think I need therapy after that documentary.
Boy, your therapist gonna need therapy listening to you.
After the doc, I looked in the mirror. My reflection ducked like, Ayo, chill.
Even your reflection is like no Diddy.
Hey, Playboy, I don't like it when people say no Diddy.
So what? Puff, no Diddy. You acting like you gonna do something. Listen, I watched the doc with popcorn, hoodie, and my phone ready. Best night of 2025.
You ain't support me at all, Playboy. You was live, tweeting my downfall.
And it went viral. You're welcome. I'm pitching spin-offs, making the band, Damage Control, episode 1. Puff hides in the corner for 45 minutes.
Boy, stop. I am not giving you rights to my downfall.
All right, boys. Any last words?
Netflix won, aha no Diddy.
Netflix snitched. And I told you about that no Diddy.
Diddy, we have all seen the documentary on Netflix. And why did you do all of those bad things?
Hey, Playboy, I told y'all that I was a bad boy.
You got the Eddie Murphy laugh at the end. Fucking they. Oh, wait, I don't want to see my face like this. It's so big. Oh, what happened? Oh, what am I doing? Man. You figure after a few shows I get the hang of this, but I just can't get the hang of this. So that's the clip of Eddie Murphy, and I think that's it. I think it could wrap up that whole segment. There's nothing else I gotta show you guys. Let me just scroll one more time. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, and then speaking of and so that's that whole point. Hold on, let me just to give you guys an idea. Hold on. I guess I can leave it here. Hold on. That whole idea that I was mentioning earlier about Marlon's accusation of 50 that he's using clipped footage to give out a narrative. That's like a perfect segue into the Eric July thing. So let's take a look at Eric July. Let's talk about him because people love to say that he didn't say this, that he did say this, that what the heck is going on? And I got my videos, man. to let you guys know. So let me show you guys this. If you guys don't know what's going on recently in the world of Eric July, Eric July is making a feeble attempt at trying to get money to support his own personal interest, in my opinion, or his own personal interest into animation. You know, like from the announcement of the second book, I believe it was, he came out with everybody with an animation. Like I think ISOM 2 came out with like an animated trailer. And I think he used that. This is my opinion because I have no evidence for this, but I think he used that clip to try to gauge interest in the buyers to see if they wanted or they didn't want any future animated content. No, I think my personal belief, just looking at everything that's happened in the last few years, is that Eric's interest in all of this is to make quick content, you know, with the ISOM, the Ripperverse universe, to make quick content out of that so that he can later use that content to make animated shows, to make video games, to make everything but comics. So he wants to essentially make himself in the way that a comic book creator might make a popular IP that will later hit TV shows or things like that, or streaming services. You know, for example, Robert Kirkman did Walking Dead. Walking Dead goes off to become a successful TV show and things like this, and so he blows up. And so I think what he's trying to do is just trying to take those steps for himself, and I guess to try to continue saying that he's highly successful and all this and all that. But I mean, it doesn't work that way. Like you're going to use your money to make something to try to put a facade out there, put a narrative out there that you're incredibly successful, that you have animation, video games, and all this, when you're not even established in any of those industries, let alone the comic industry. You know, because if you take a look at the comments from an Eric July thread, you will see many cases of people saying, "Oh, this is the first comic I've ever read, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm all about it. Thank you very much, Ripperverse, for making these comics." So, and you get comments like that all the time, like from first-time comic book readers, not lifelong comic book readers, from first-time comic book readers. And so he put this whole Ripperverse in front of the eyes of a bunch of people that have never read comics before. They don't know what it's about. And so if you read it, you know, if you read any comic for the first time, it's going to be amazing, you know, because you have no expectation there. But for people that have been reading comics, collecting comics, doing everything comics, drawing comics, that there's a certain formula, there's certain things about the comic medium that you would expect, and then you see that Eric doesn't do, you know, like this misprint with the double page spreads, and many other cases, that and mistakes that he's made that he will never own up to. That he just tries to like say, no, it wasn't that. It was a creative choice. It was this or that. And so things like that, you know, for example, not knowing what Amazing Fantasy number 15 was, like things like that, you know, just reveal yourself, you know, and unmask yourself, and then let people see that you're not really about it, man. So there's no harm or foul in that. There's no harm at all with that. No, like, but don't come into this trying to make, hey, I know everything about comics, and then when we see that you don't, and then you're like, hey, man, I am, you know. So like, just if you don't like comics, if you've never read it, if you don't know about it, just admit it. No, ain't nothing wrong with that. I have guests on all the time, and I tell them, what comics do you recommend? Because I haven't read everything. I've read my exposure before doing the live stream and things like this. My exposure was 90s comics, pretty much 90s comics. And so I have that exposure. You know, and it's not until quite recently that I started reading, you know, before 90s, like 60s, 70s, 80s comics. You know, so I don't know everything. You know, I got recommended Mutant Massacre. Excellent read. You know, if you guys haven't read that, you should check it out. Batman Year One, and Daredevil Born Again. No, these are some great titles that you should read. No, so people will consider classics. No, in 93, 94, 93, I think Alex Ross put out Marvels. No, and then Kingdom Come. Great reads. No, so check them out. Like if you haven't read it, don't feel bad about it. No, but just own up to it. No, and people will take you more seriously if you say, okay, you know that you don't know everything about everything. No, so that humility goes a long way. No, so but that's not the case with this guy. This guy never admits that he was in the wrong. Is always trying to like, you know, he uses hibbity jibbity powers to make us wait. That wasn't what you meant. No, so here, for example, he's failing at crowdfunding $50,000 for an animated clip. No, his goal was to get 50,000, and at the time of this post, which was December 7th, it was I think in the first, like it says, like Sorrowin here says 125 backers for a grand total of 19K. Fair to say Eric's crowdfunding has been a failure. I've seen other campaigns pulling way more in the first 20. Look how much money he's got, considering how he started. He started with 3.7 million. Just in the short 2-3 years, he's down to 19,000. No, so 125 supporters at the time of this post. No, so so he's my response to all this is he's reaping what he sowed. No, for a long time, he has been attacking crowdfunding. And now many of people on the Ripperverse side are going to say, wait, where has Eric July ever said the words, I don't like crowdfunding? No, let's not be so obtuse. Let's not be so idiotic in that sense. He's never directly said those words, but there's an narrative that he created similar to 50 Cent's documentary. You know, that point that Marlon Wayne was making. There's a narrative out there that he's pushing that crowdfunding is bad. Crowdfunding in the hands of wrong people is bad. Elliot, what are you talking about? Let me show you. Eric July put out a set of videos from a while back. What is this? 2 years ago, titled "Making Money in Comics." This gets clipped a lot. No, the overview is part 1, part 2, and I don't know why he thinks that people need this information from him. Oh wait, my poor ass. Hold on. I don't got YouTube Premium, guys. I got the poor YouTube, so we got to see all the ads and shit. So my bad. But yeah, he posts this. He's got this this video, Making Money in Comics, and I don't know for what reason he thinks that we necessarily need his opinions about how to make money. I'm assuming that because he believes, I got a gajillion bazillion bucks, I'm entitled to say everything that I want because I'm successful. But it's not like that. And yeah, man. Eric wants to pump it, then hopefully sell dump it on someone else. Yeah, nobody talks like that. Eric never read comics. What's going on? 90s comics are the best. Yeah, man. What I love about 90s comics is that that's realism, but a ton of exaggeration. And the exaggeration is what sells. Because if you're going to draw a comic and just worry about it being 100% realistic, then you might as well take a picture. And if you want to do pictures, then you can do a picture book. But what makes comics cool is that you can exaggerate. Big muscles, big guns, energy blast, action, bam. We love that. We love that stuff. EJ is an internet grifter, period. Yeah, man. That's 100% the vibe I get from everything that he does. So yeah. Would he give the money back to the backers when the campaign fails? Yeah. According to the information, he says that if the campaign does not fund, then he would give a refund to all the backers. So they're not. Hopefully, they don't lose that money, and hopefully, they get their money back. And then Bay says, Elliot, what could you do with 50K raised? Man, me personally, I would invest it in the comic. I would probably, I don't know, 50K. The creative team is still going to continue. It's going to be me, Emmanuel, and Paul. I may get rid of Paul for Eric Weathers. I may do that. I don't know. I think on the down low, I think I may do that regardless. No, but no, I would definitely bring on all of my variant covers would have top name artists. No, I would love to get some dope artists to do some covers for me. No, who would you guys like to see do a cover? No, that'd be nice. But yeah, and to all of you magnificent what's going on, Tank? I haven't seen you in a while, man. Good to see you, man. Rippopotamus, like his share. AJ is no authority. Yeah, man. By any means, he's not. He's not at all. No, so much of my fair night. Nice. Eric is an authority on comics. Like I'm a doctor. Oh man, I would love to get a cover from Malin. I don't know, man. Crazy Cat, what's going on, man? I haven't seen. I had no idea you'd be interested in checking out my show. Well, let me make you a mod. Just don't let me regret it, man. Don't get me in trouble. Where you at? I'm trying to find you. Hold on. I can't see you. All right, here you go. 1 second. Let me make you a mod. There's a moderator. All right. So you should have the powers, my friend. But yeah, good to see you, man. I would love to get a cover from Malin. A Dan Lawless cover, that would be nice. Yeah, that would be nice. Joe Mad on Ominus. Oh man. Yeah, that exaggeration. That would be great from Joe Mad. What's going on? Certain people would hate you. Oh man, I'm sorry. Who would hate me? I don't know. In terms of the whole what is this called? The whole cynic CG church. Yeah, so hold on. Let me make a few comments about that. I took a poll because as you can see, my interest in continuing to talk about that topic, is justified in the fact that if you take a look at my the numbers on my last stream, it was up there. So I did this poll, if I should bring on Dark Gift or not, and you guys voted 47 votes, 55%. No way, do something else and not continue talking about this whole CG church versus Liam and Frog 20 stuff. And just to give you an update on that, they're still at it. They're still at it. CG Church is taking shots at Tony. Tony's taking shots at Church. Other people are getting into it, and I'm a my business, man, because I have I saw Ethan in the chat, I think, in one of their shows. So I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Katie's in their chat. I mean, it's no never mind from that because I don't really have any. I don't really care too much about what's going on. No, but they're still at it. No, they're still going at it. So nothing's going to change in that front. So I said this earlier. Let the chips fall where they may. If CG Church continues about their thing and then they become fully anti-CG, then whatever. If they continue about their way and they become pro-CG and then CG embraces them, whatever. I'll no, either way, no. Here's my response to that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So whatever happens. I don't know. Like I've always said, people in CG, they come and they go. Anybody can be CG. There's no list of qualifications for it. Anybody can be CG. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. Let the chips fall where they may. I covered it mainly because of Liam. I like Liam. Hopefully I can get Liam back on the channel to talk about his projects. But there was that arc that we saw. No, he did the Doom thing, then he did the River thing, then Vaughn was out of the CG King's room, then the aftermath of that, and then that's all the coverage that I gave it. And so I mean, man, I don't know. Chris says I would hire a bunch of manga girls from Twitter to make trading cards, but that's just me. Yeah, man. Yeah, in the midst of all that whole situation with CG Church, I lost a moral fat 40 ounce. Whatever, man. It's all good, man. And I guess the best advice would be just for everybody, not to take it so intensely, because it's whatever, man. Dark Grift is a slippery. It's all gay, full dating. Yeah, definitely, man. DG likes shiny objects. I've cut myself out of it completely. Yeah. No, I'm not. No, I saw that Ethan was in there also. A bunch of people are jumping into the chat, and the thing that was irking me was like the Wheelers are in there, Matt Barr's in there, War Campaign accounts are in there. I don't know, and so I commented on that show, and then my chat was full of War Campaign, and so I don't know, but whatever. No, so whatever. It's curious how they call CG, but they only target people within CG. It's surely true, man. I think they should focus their attention on Ripperverse, Sturgis, JDA. I don't know if they will or not, but that's my opinion. But they're free to do whatever they want with their channel, and people support what they do. You can check out their numbers, and people are supporting it. So all the best to them. But my allegiance is with CG, Liam, Ethan, people over here. So yeah, EVS called JDA out there acting a fool, but they got nothing to say about that. Their eyes are only set on those within CG. I guess I don't know, man. Be safe, Tank. You be safe, man. And talking about the narrative. We shift back to this, and then Eric July, he comes out with this comment, and let's check this out. Huh?
I'm the founder and owner of Ripperverse Publishing, which has already produced 2 multi-million-dollar comic book campaigns. I realize that there are a million videos and write-ups about how to draw and write comics, but there are hardly any that give you insight on the business side. This video, I guess.
So that's where I come in, because I got to fill that gap, don't I? No, nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about what you got to say about comics. Yeah, no, that's all good. No, nothing. I have nothing to say about that. No, so I'm not coming back for a while anyway. I'm just done. Just gonna get clips out. Yeah, whatever is best for you. Me, I got one more show, and then I'm going to take a break until next year because I need to hang out, because I want to hang out with the family. We got stuff planned, so we're going to wrap it up next week, and then Katie had a Good Morning show last week, and then she also had CG After Dark last week, so nothing's changing there. No, so we're all good. So let's continue listening to this idiot.
In some way will be the first of its kind, and it will be full of harsh reality, so be prepared. Many won't like what I have to say, but do understand that I say all of this because I want the industry to thrive. You cannot.
Why are we not going to like what you're about to say, Eric? Maybe it's because something's going to be not, you remember you're going to attack something, say something negative. Let's see what you got.
Find solutions to problems without first admitting that they exist. The crux of what we'll be addressing in this video and series is making money in comics. I'm not speaking to those that treat it like a passion project only and think it's normal to be dirt poor. I'm also not speaking to those that are just doing this part-time with another job subsidizing. We're talking about making a living. Right now, 2 very key things are happening right now in comic books. For starters, people are beginning to finally admit the economic problems that plague this industry. Creatives are broke and are complaining about pay, from legends to newbies, and it doesn't matter if you're working with an indie or the big dogs. You're getting paid very little or you're getting paid very late, or both. The other thing is that people are also realizing there's alternatives now. Crowdfunding, for example, has decentralized the means. That's great, but in some ways it's a problem. People that are in over their heads and have no business bone in their body are trying to be publishers, and they have their doing. This has caused extremely late campaigns and unfulfilled promises. Worse, some now have access to more money than they've ever seen in their lives, and they end up spending it on everything else but the project. That's unfortunate because now many customers are
do this fucking ad. But I was gonna pause it there regardless, because right there he's talking about the bad apples in crowdfunding, like Rob Hunter, Jimmy Reyes, all this other stuff. But later on, he does comment on the fact that crowdfunding is an archaic model. He mentions that word. Let's listen.
On an old, broken, and archaic model. Unfortunately, some people offer.
Let me hit it. Let me run that back. What you say, every July?
Aspect. Comics are operating on an old, broken, and archaic model. Unfortunately, some people offer input on things they're completely ignorant on, which brings me to my first point. Stop listening to your favorite comic book creatives when it comes to business. 99% of them are not publishers, nor are they businessmen. They've been contracted their entire lives, and the only thing most of them know is the system that currently exists. There's nothing inherently wrong with that, but taking their advice on anything outside of the creative stuff is a bonehead decision. This is why so many people are protective of that old, broken, archaic model that the Marvels of the world, DCs, and other major publishers use. It's because it's all that they know, but they are big companies.
He references that archaic model to crowdfunding later in the video. Let's see.
Is at the end of the day, and they can at least get them gigs, the creatives that is. They're tied to mega corporations, so they can operate at a loss, and it comes with some level of familiarity. A pivot from this old model, as broken as it may be, it will benefit the creatives, but it also comes with its share of uncertainty, and some would rather protect the people abusing them than go out into the wild. So if you want to work in comics, you need to make yourself useful. Not everybody is meant to be the head honcho or a business owner. There's nothing wrong with being a creative and only that. If you don't understand business, you need to get with people that do. I happen to be both a creative and a businessman, but most people in art and entertainment are one or the other. Everybody can benefit from at least somewhat understanding how much things cost and being able to put that into perspective. Another thing I want to highlight is this. Nobody owes you money. Get that through your skull. Every artist thinks that they should be getting more regardless of the circumstances. You are paid for the demand of the job it is that you're filling, not for your personal wants, desires, or lifestyle. This communistic, socialistic line of thinking has people believing that just because they work.
Oh man, it's a bunch of hibbity jibbity. I can't stand the hibbity and the jibbity. But yeah, he talks about the archaic model that is crowdfunding, and then he's been bashing it, consistent with it. And now it's gotten to the point where years later, this is what he has. 125 support at the time of this post, which is December 7th, a few days ago. Where is it at now? Let's take a look. Is it possible to see that? Yeah, just 125. Let's take a look at the actual website. Oh man, it's still not funded. Fucking A. This is the actual website. He's got 303 supporters. The goal is 50,000. He's at 85% there after I don't know how many days now. It's been about a week. He's got 42,000 raised. No, so and he's saying that this is his first official crowdfund when we know that's not true. Like everything that he's been doing from his first book has been the crowdfunded model. He just doesn't call it that. No, he calls it campaigns or collections or some other stuff. But it's crowdfunding. No, all he does is do the crowdfunding thing. So he doesn't even want to say that he's been working in that model per se. No, because he wants to say that, oh no, I'm doing something better than you guys. I'm above all you guys. No, so it's a shame. It's a shame. So yeah, he reaped what he sows. No, he's been going at this idea that crowdfunding comics is bad, and here in CG we like to kindly disagree with that. No, he says, "Hey, Dig, most have no choice but the crowdfunder are doing it the best they can. It's not their fault that you can't handle criticism and kind of want to support you, but you're still acting like we want to like you." This is back in the day. So this is from Ripperverse Goalpost. They don't have it. They're not posting anymore, are they? but it's just stuff that I see. So that's the narrative. The narrative that you push out there, whether it's intentional or not. I think it is intentional that that you're not into crowdfunding. Anybody who's doing crowdfunding is a bad actor in this world of comics, and so we need to stop that. So that's what you're saying. So, but that's not true. Crowdfunding is the best way to get your stuff out there, man. The best way to that's what I did to get Ominus out there, and luckily for me, it worked, and I was able to crowdfund my first campaign thanks to you, wonderful people. Also, and then the last thing that I want to talk about is this. The last thing that was on the thumbnail. I'll be happy I get to talk about everything on the show this time. And this was from a while back, November 13th, 2025. And here's the confirmation that Brainiac will be the villain in Man of Tomorrow in theaters July 9th, 2027. So we're going to get to see something like this. We have Brainiac, and then on the other side we have Lex Luthor and Superman teaming up to take down that. Interesting for us, or for me, because from the very first viewing of Superman, John Malin has come out saying that he's got this theory that the next villain is going to be Brainiac, and he explained it concisely, precisely, and intensely on his show. And he's been going at it with this idea, this theory that Brainiac is the new villain. Brainiac this, Brainiac that. And it was announced that, yes, Brainiac will be the villain. So this is a big win for Coach. Coach is always right. If Coach says it, it must be true. And and I just find that funny, because he had a really astute insight into what was going to happen with the Superman movie. He caught on to a bunch of interesting things that just completely went over my head. So great to see that that Coach was able to get that. Also, good stuff on Coach. So Jeremy Burt's, he's a businessman. We just wouldn't understand. That's true. That narrative was intentional until it did not help him anymore. Yeah, definitely. He's just trying to. If he's not going to name his enemies, he's not going to name Ethan, John, Shane, all these people. He's not going to name CG. He's not going to name these guys. Then the other recourse, the other thing that he can resort to is by attacking, what we use to do our to conduct business per se, which is crowdfunding. So if you can't go at the guys, go at the crowdfunding model. And so that's what he's been doing. Now he suddenly needs it, and now it's not bad anymore. So it's all BS from his end. So it's horrible. You are very important to CG, so don't let all the BS get to you, King Katie Allen, a.k.a. Killer Katie. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she's going to continue. Don't worry about that, guys. Correction, Elliot did not do a crowdfund, as he has already printed item. Agent did a direct sale, not even a pre-order, which only gets made if goals are met. Well, by that case, then you would have to identify what's a crowdfund versus pre-order, because I'm assuming that the idea is that pre-orders are books already finished versus crowdfunding. You need money to make the book. I'm assuming that would be the difference in the definition. Man, John. Yeah, I did. So because I had issues with Black Riding Hood and I had issues with Cool It. Since the change, I was able to log into my account and I was able to back Cool It and Black Riding Hood. As far as I know, I backed them. But the whole website thing is really weird, and I'll be really upset if I don't get my Black Riding Hood. Art of Roy, what's up, man? I need to make you a mod too, man. Just hang out, Roy. Don't leave. Don't leave. Please don't leave, Roy. I'm gonna make you a mod. I make everybody mods on the show. Everybody's a mod. As a mod. So it was really cool to hear that. And then anyways, Coach was on King's. When was this? A few days ago? And he was giving us his theory about how they're going to execute the whole Brainiac thing. So let's check it out.
And talk about my new Superman theory. Wow. It's crazy. I was high as a kite, watching while listening to Superman. Listening, playing the movie in the background for, I don't know, maybe the 20th time. And then it all clicked. I think it all clicked. There's still a little bit of iffiness to it, plot wise, whatever. Because if this new theory is true, then he may not have had much interaction. I guess he could have had some interaction with Lex Luthor, but I think it plays better if he didn't. Meaning that, like, how did Lex Luthor know that Superman's DNA was the key to open up the Fortress of Solitude? He's had to have gotten that information from somebody, somewhere. It was not established. It was only established that he knew it. And isn't he clever? Because he made a clone of Superman. That's the reveal. That's why he brought Ultraman to the fortress to open the door. But how did he know that? How did he know? Brainiac, I guess Brainiac. But if he's
Hold up. Pity Maz on you. Great to see you. I hope you're doing great. Jeremy Birch, you're a mod also. I have no problems with making everybody a mod, but so just for example, Roy jumps on the show all the time. Crazy Cat is a mod everywhere, so he's safe to be a mod. Jeremy Birch, I've known him for a long time, so mod. And so for some of the other people, the wrench will come. No worries about it. Let's continue listening, Coach.
If he's not involved with Lex, then I think there's also that might be a lingering plot hole. Maybe there's a way to plug that up. Let other people figure it out. Right now, I'm where I'm at. But I think it's interesting in that Lex Luthor has built.
Oh man, kudos to you, Crazy Cat. Yeah, he says I back the EBS cover of Black Riding Hood before it's drawn. Yeah, hell yeah. Ethan's gonna do a good job no matter what. No, and I saw that glimpse of for the cover that he did. Great stuff, man. And everyone should change their username to match their profile names. That would help. No, but it's not necessary. No, but that would help. Yeah, that would help. And Crazy Cat said it's very unclear whether or not John will be able to reopen the campaign later. Yeah, that's still up in the air. I have no idea if he's gonna reopen it or not. I was able, I got the secret link. That was what I got, and supposedly it worked for me. So I was able to get the catch up because I missed out on the first campaign. So I was able to get the first book and the second book with the A cover, with the one of Black Riding Hood on the in the graveyard with all the zombie hands going at him. And that is very true. Very true. No lies. Marcus, what's going on? Really. Is he streaming for real? Oh, that'd be nice. Is Coach streaming right now? Yeah, he sure as hell is. But yeah, let's continue listening.
This crude portal for the pocket dimension. And also Lex wants to be the smartest guy in the room. He wants to be the smartest guy in the room. So when he builds this portal by our standards, wow, he built a tunnel that's a little unstable. It has these little, what do they call them, dendrites or something like that, these little particles that build calcium and eventually block up the tunnel, or it collapses or something like that.
Hell yeah.
But that's for humans, that's like, wow, you built a pocket dimension. But then you look at if he's not associated with Brainiac, he did that on his own. That's humanity's first attempt at that portal technology. But we know through Peacemaker that those doors, those portal doors, they're clean. They don't clog up. They're efficient. You open it, you walk through, you close it like a door. It's something that a superior mind would have created. So I believe those are all created by Brainiac. I don't think it's ever been laid down. We just found out Brainiac is going to be the villain. But so all these doors are Brainiac doors, and maybe he sets them up. I don't know. So here's what I'm thinking happened with that whole tape and Superman's back history. I think Brainiac, maybe he's a Kryptonian supercomputer, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at this point. He is responsible for the destruction of Krypton. He takes the bottled city of Kandor, or he creates the bottle for the city of Kandor. You know, he doesn't make this. He shrinks everybody down, blop, 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 in the bottle. But he needs to go off and he needs to conquer worlds. And maybe it's not the most efficient for him. But maybe I think in one of the where he's like a supercomputer. This might be one of the other TV shows. I didn't watch any of those Kryptons or the new Superman. I didn't watch any of that stuff, so I don't know. But I believe in one of these iterations, he's created by Jor-El. So Jor-El is kind of his father. So he knows Jor-El, whatever. He's a
man. I got to put a kibosh on that because I'm running out of time. But we'll but you can check this out. This is on Kang's. I'll put the link right here. Check it out. You can check him out right now. He's live. Check out Coach's show and see what he's what his opinion is about the movie. The Superwoman trailer, the Supergirl trailer is a Supergirl trailer. It's being revealed now. I think it is. I'm not sure. And did you ever read what happened to the Man of Tomorrow? No, I haven't yet. And no, I haven't, but I'll be sure to pick it up. And Roy says, mainly think that there's only one super intelligent being in the DC universe, yet the little aliens that created the dimension doors were shown in Peacemaker. Interesting. Yeah, I would like to see what you have to say about it, Roy. So I'm going to cut it right there. And I'll be back next week. Next week is my last show. It's the last show of the year. So just to let you guys know, crap. Here is the date. Next week, December 18th, the last show of the year. I'm going to start streaming at 9 a.m., which is a lot sooner. I'm going to stream from 9 to 12. From 9 to 12, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, just to wrap up the year, I'm going to hopefully have like an open mic situation where I'm going to send out the link to many people. Roy, I would love to have you on the show if it's possible. But yeah, just hang out, shoot the shit, just talk about stuff. Maybe we could talk about the Supergirl trailer. Jake, if you're watching, if you're listening to this, I would love to have you on because Jake knows a lot about Supergirl. So it would be interesting to see what he has to say. Also, yeah, Scribe is going to be in the show. Scribe is going to be in the show next week. I'll send Diddy the link. Fuck that shit. I'm not doing that. And see them. We've had a door too. Yeah. And before you guys leave, I have a big announcement. On the 18th, I'm also going to have my very first giveaway. I'm going to have my very first giveaway. And what am I giving away with this young man right here, Ben? I'm going to look for his services again, and I'm going to give away these bad boys. I'm going to give out 5 of these bad boys. Take a look at the image right here. This is my Cyberfrog fan art in steel card form. So I will be giving away 5 of these bad boys next week, December 18th. That looks amazing. So if you've gotten one of the metal cards before, then you will be able to get one of these next week. Only for the people in the chat that are in YouTube. Only for the people in the chat in YouTube. So if you're watching on X, I beg you please to jump onto YouTube, click like, subscribe to the channel, and tune in next week. Yeah, it's a giveaway. It's random. There's no prize. I'm giving 5 away, so I don't know who's gonna win. But you have to be present in the YouTube chat next week to get this card. It's a Cyberfrog. Yeah. Got to get in the Elliot. Yeah, so I'll be promoting this this week. And I will also reveal my fan art, my last pinup for the year. Also, I'm going to reveal my last pinup. I have a pinup that I've been working on, Comics Gate pinup, and I'm showing that off next week. And then we'll do the giveaway. We'll hang out, have a bunch of people on the show. Hopefully, Scribe is making his debut on the channel. Hopefully, I can get Ben on. Hopefully, I can get Roy on. Katie, if he wants to come on. Hopefully, we can get Liam to come on if he wants to hang out. So yeah, I'm giving out these metal cards next week, December 18th. No, December 18th. So tune in. And next week, I hope you guys yeah, the metal cards are awesome. Yeah. So Pinima, she got the Deathmonger metal cards. So this time I'm offering Cyberfrog, so you guys can get that. Yeah, happy holidays to you also, Pinima, to my sister also. And Big John from the USC said he caught Murphy with a trans when he was in the game. Look it up. Oh shit. I'm not into UFC that much, but I'll take a look at that. That sounds interesting. That sounds interesting for sure. Yeah, we're going to make an Xmas party, Christmas party. Also, LA Cop. Oh, nice. I'll take a look at that. You should come on the show and tell me all about it, man. Bring in, show me your clips. Come on the show. So yes, I'm giving away. Just tune in, be in the chat in the YouTube. Any that you want to participate, I'll put you on the Ominus wheel. We'll spin the wheel. 5 people are going to get a free Cyberfrog metal card. And this is to celebrate me crossing into 700 subs on the channel. I thank you guys so much. I thank my good friend also Liam for making the channel all spiffy now. So I really appreciate it. And then that'll be it. So that is all for today. And I will catch you guys next week. So you guys be safe. And remember, pinned in the chat is a link so you can make a donation. All donations, all money you send to the channel will be for the channel to maintain this. And also, if there's any extra money, then it's going to go to comic book coloring. So that'll be it. I'll tell you guys, go to John's channel. He's streaming right now. So you guys go check him out. Put in a good word for me. I will catch you guys next week. You guys have a great one. I'm going to get to sign off. Oh, nice. Sweet. All right, so you guys be safe. Take care. Goodbye.